Foundry and Bluemix. How Cloud Foundry is allowing Bluemix to give them a better a platform where you can find any kind of runtime, any kind of plat, uh, any kind of runtimes which you can use to develop your applications. Okay, correct? Everybody is listening, able to listen me? Okay, so how could I change this? Okay. Okay. So our main topic is what is Cloud Foundry. Okay. First, we will understand what is Cloud Foundry, how we can use Cloud Foundry to develop our PaaS, okay, platform as a service on top of infrastructure as a service. Cloud Foundry is an open source, so we'll learn about what are the key factors in open source applications, and what are the components about some of the components about Cloud Foundry, that how Cloud Foundry uses is defining that things internally and how it works. Okay, and how we have designed our Bluemix using Cloud Foundry, so that you can find any kind of runtime, any kind of language you can. Okay, you can add it into your platform as a service. Okay, now if I tell you that Cloud Foundry is an open source, and recently it has been developed by some of the bigger companies like NASA. Okay, NASA is one of the company which always tries to find out the better solution for any of the systems. Okay, so few years back in 19 in 9 means in the 21st century, start of the 21st century, they try to build a platform as a service on the infrastructure as a service to make a cloud. So some of the companies which came forward and they tried to build something, and they collaborated together. And after a few years of research, they found out that we can expose some of the APIs which can be used to develop our own platform as a service. So they come up with an idea that why should not make it a open source, so that everybody should leverage it. And the motto of NASA is not to develop for their own purpose. They want to reveal the new technologies to the common people also, and the companies which are not able to make those changes in their current scenarios. So this is one era starting through which Cloud Foundry gives them a better facility to develop their platform as a service on their infrastructure as a service. Mostly companies which have their own infrastructure, they could not make better platform through their own development, because they are facing a numerous problem: how to connect our cloud to different cloud, how to manage our runtime, how to manage some of the instances, how to manage their language, because some of the developers wants to run their application on Python, some of them are trying to run their application on Java. So most common things are available, but some of the things like Ruby on Rails, new languages cannot be added frequently. But after Cloud Foundry came into the market, it gives us industry standard open source, which will be capable to include any of these into their cloud network. Correct? So here in the definition it says correctly that Cloud Foundry is an open source, so anybody can go and download the Cloud Foundry, okay, binaries, any of the installers from the GitHub or from their repositories. Okay, so mostly you can find those repositories on GitHub. So yesterday we have seen that once you have created add git, it takes you to the GitHub URL. Okay, so that GitHub URL is from IBM. Okay, and that URL host inside IBM. So if you want to have your own Git URL, let's say tomorrow if you want to go open source and you want to put your code in GitHub, and want to connect through our IBM Bluemix, you can do that. That is also one way to doing your making your application. So here in Cloud Foundry, the main advantage for Bluemix is that Cloud Foundry is going to give you an better way to develop your application through command line. So why we need a command line? Can anybody have any idea about why we need a command line? Because few years back, I guess, when command line was in use in 1990s, people started using the Windows and the Mac, and they've thrown it out. But recently, nowadays, people wants to use the command line. Why command line? Mhm. Mhm. Correct. So, uh, command line is not only a way to develop an application, but it gives you a flexibility that okay, if something goes down, we can also work on command line. First thing is that okay. So if some UI is not working, somehow we are not able to go live on the Bluemix and we want to deploy our application, so you can do that through command line also. Some of the developers feels that using command line we can do much faster than the normal execution which we are doing on the UI. The another the one of the best thing I feel that once you install command Cloud Foundry CLI, once you start using it, you will be very happy because you can see all those features. Okay, what when you're trying to create an application, when you're trying to create a service, when you try to bind a service, how those are working, and you can see all the logs and you can check all the logs, and it will be better through those logs. You can create your application much better. Okay, so no, CLI is not the difficult way that people these days hate CLIs, but I'm telling you that those who love to do something, they want to create something new applications, they need to understand CLI, because tomorrow you have to go and have to work with some Linux, Unix platform, and where you have to struggle a lot. Okay, so better you should stick with some of the CLI command line things, and you can understand. You can see that how easy you can get your applications details. How easy it's to deploy those things. How is to start an application. So through command line only you can do that. Okay, so we will understand here first that how we can use Cloud Foundry CLI to develop our Bluemix application. Okay, so first we will try to understand what is Cloud Foundry. Okay, so as you understand, as you know, means till now you understood that Cloud Foundry is an open source which has been developed by some of the companies, and they made it open source. Sorry, open source. It's an open source software. Okay, you can use it for making platform as a service. Okay, people used to they used to do a lot of things using Cloud Foundry, but mostly it is being used to create a platform as a service. Okay, so what it does, it supports multiple frameworks. Okay, multiple application infrastructure services and multiple clouds. So tomorrow, if you have private cloud, public cloud, okay. Yesterday we have discussed about different clouds. So if you have data on different cloud, how to connect those clouds, how to manage your application data on different clouds, so that you can okay, you can create your own hybrid cloud, you can create your own community cloud. So this cannot be possible until and unless means we have a Cloud Foundry APIs or a Cloud Foundry. So in the below picture you can see that public, private, micro clouds, all those clouds are using Cloud Foundry. Okay, and because it's very the API which disclosed by Cloud Foundry is very useful and very easy to learn and very easy to integrate through our cloud. Okay, anybody, any questions? Okay, so yesterday we have understand this picture depicts about that what is platform as a service, what is infrastructure as a service, what is software as a service. So here if you see that what Cloud Foundry is going to give you, that the middle part, that platform as a service. To create a platform as a service, we need OS, middleware, and runtime. Okay, so when you have OS install, you want to have a multiple OS, how to manage those multiple kind of OS, middlewares, and runtime. So to maintain all these things and to develop something new on your infrastructure as a service, you can use Cloud Foundry to develop your thing. Okay, so what are the multiple languages you can see, you can have on your cloud network platform as a service is like Ruby, okay, Java, Scala, Node.js, Erlang, Python, PHP. Okay, these are the some multiple languages you can use. And some of the frameworks are like Rails, Ruby on Rails. You have listened about it. Sinatra, Spring. Spring is like one of the framework from Java. Okay, Rails, Express. Express is one of the frameworks for Node.js. Lift. So once you go forward and you want to do something better using these frameworks, you can use it. Okay, and these can be only being used just because of Cloud Foundry, because Cloud Foundry is supporting all these languages, all these frameworks. Okay, and there are some multiple services which can be hosted and which can be used using Cloud Foundry. Those are MySQL, Postgres, MongoDB, Redis, and RabbitMQ. Okay, and multiple clouds can be integrated, and in those clouds we can exchange our application and data. Those can be public, micro, private. Okay, and through public and private we can create many kinds of cloud networks. Okay, yesterday we have understood that how we can able to make our community cloud, vertical cloud, regional cloud. Okay, so these kinds of clouds we can make using our Cloud Foundry. Correct. No. For infrastructure, for when you have an infrastructure and want to create an infrastructure as a service, let's say you have multiple boxes and where you have installed Linux and Unix and want to create infrastructure service. For that there is another open source application software is, its name is OpenStack. Yes, there is another cloud means open source software that is named as a OpenStack, which can be used to create infrastructure as a service. So we'll discuss about that later also. Okay, micro cloud. It's a yesterday we have learned about the cloud, different types of cloud, ma'am. So similarly, we can create our cloud which can be used for a particular small sections. Okay, if you want to create for your own cloud, which is very small, if we can tell us a micro cloud. Okay. Mhm. Sorry. Yeah, there are so many cloud means yesterday we have discussed about that definitions can vary. Most of the clouds are either private, either public, on which you can define your own cloud. Okay, whether it's a micro one or macro one. Tomorrow if you want to give your cloud name is macro one or micro one, hybrid, okay, regional, any of the cloud name you can give it to them. Okay, it depends upon the usability also. How you use your cloud network and how the policy has been implemented over there. Okay. Hmm. Mhm. Correct. Mhm. Yes, there you need to first you need to understand what is how we can use Cloud Foundry. There are some APIs. You have to write some programs. You need to put some programs inside your infrastructure as a service, so that whenever you are trying to implement a new service or new framework or new language, any of these things, then you need to add in your programming language. They might need some let's say tomorrow if you want to include Java, or tomorrow if you want to include Spring framework, they might need some binaries for that. Through you using those binaries and through your coding, you can make your platform infrastructure as a service to platform as a service. Yes, means you can do on Cloud Foundry through using Cloud Foundry command line. Yeah, they already built the API through which you can use them, and you can. Sorry, which, which will be better? Any of them. Which, you can install Cloud Foundry in Linux, Unix, Windows, whichever you are feeling comfortable with. You can use them. Okay. Yes, it's an open source. You can make some changes. No problem. You have to just use the binaries. Okay. If you want to make some changes, go to the whole open source where the commands has been written. You can change some of the commands and you can add some more over there. Sorry. Correct. Cloud Foundry means it's a tool through which you can make it, but it's not that only tool. Means it's not the tool that you can have it on your system and it will create on automatically. You have to customize it. You have to do some coding, and you need to make the changes over there. Okay, let's proceed to the so so one of the good thing about Cloud Foundry is like uh, yesterday we have seen some of the better feature about Bluemix, that Bluemix is giving you live edit mode. Okay, and once you deploy the code, it will going up and live. Okay, yesterday everybody have seen that. So how you are able to see those things? Because once you are developing something and they app they went to you try to deploy the application. One in between that there are multiple stages can be managed through some of the agents. Okay, those things used to be managed by Cloud Foundry. Okay, when I'm saying that I have created an application, so application once I create an application creates an instance for that. Okay, it takes some memories, it takes some RAM. Okay, it requires some of the area memory area. So to maintain that thing, we need the Cloud Foundry architecture will provide them such a solution that it will maintain the instances. And how different cloud when you are trying to attach your application to different cloud. Let's say tomorrow you are working on a public cloud and want to connect your private cloud. How to connect those things through Cloud Foundry gives you provides you a better solution internally. They have a message bus kind of thing which talks there, which means normally they used to talk between their components, one component to another component, so that they can pass the message and they can share the data and applications in between that. Okay, so once you go, everybody can open their system and go try to type Cloud Foundry CLI GitHub. Okay, sorry, Git. Okay, yes. Let's understand what is Git. Okay, so yesterday you have added your code into Git, but you might have been wondered that what is Git. Okay, Git is a repository. Okay, once you create your application, you have some source code. Okay, and tomorrow you have your source code and you want to work with a team. Okay, you want to maintain it on the on the cloud, so that tomorrow if you forgot to add something, or so tomorrow you might have been seen that you have done some mistake and tomorrow you want to go to revert back. So people these days, they are not maintaining their application on the system. They used to put into the GitHub, which is a normal, it's a repository where you can place your application source code. Okay, and you can maintain it for different sessions, and when for different persons. Got it? And GitHub is also an open source, so you everybody can go and use that. You can They can use them. Just you have to create an account and you can use them. Okay, so you can create your own application, and if you want to share the application with some other person, like there are 4 members are working in a team and they want to share the same thing. Okay, let's say I'm working on some functionality, somebody else is working on some functionalities. Everybody can go and commit, and you can see the changes also when somebody has committed those changes, and through which and if you find that through which changes I have my system is went down. Okay, so sometimes when we do some changes in our application, it doesn't take means it doesn't work properly. Okay, or when we try to integrate it, let's say tomorrow we have a team of 30 people and we are trying to develop a normal application, and when we find that just because of one's mistake the whole application goes down and you don't know where is the problem. So you can see them. Okay, once you find the log, you can find them. Okay, this is the person who has done the changes last night and through which we are getting the issues. So GitHub is these days, like most of the companies on or development teams are using those GitHub repositories to develop their applications. So it's nothing but a repository which is open source. You can download it. You can use GitHub command line also to do means push your code to the GitHub. You can create your master branch where nobody can access it. Okay, this is the master branch. I want to, whatever the changes has done and which is compiled successfully, I want to keep it here. You can make it. Otherwise you can create some other branches where people can work locally. They can commit their changes. Okay, so understood what is GitHub. So if somebody is having any issues, just ask these questions. Okay, these are questions which will help you. So everybody should go to command cloud foundry CLI. Just type on your system command foundry, cloud foundry CLI, GitHub. CLI, GitHub. So you can see this, see like this, a page like this. Okay, got it. So here you can see that you can use Cloud Foundry on Debian. You can use on Red Hat Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. Correct. So download the installer file according to your system's requirement. If your system is 64-bit, Windows 64-bit, download for 64-bit. If your system is Windows 32-bit, download for 32-bit. Okay, these are the installers which you have to install on your system. Then we can see that how you can use Cloud Foundry. So my systems is Windows 64-bit. So I'm downloading this Windows 6 going to 64-bit. So I have downloaded this 64-bit installer. So just I have to unzip it. Unzip your CLI installer. Okay, everybody has downloaded it. Okay, take your time, download it. So I have downloaded one installer which looks like this. Okay. Okay. This is the cf installer.exe. Sorry, ma'am. Okay. Go to Cloud Foundry CLI GitHub account. Okay. According to your system requirement, like let's say your system is Windows 32-bit. Check your system whether your system is 32-bit or 64-bit. Try to download one of those. Try to click on this. CF versions are like 6.1. Okay. Try to download Windows 32-bit or Windows 64-bit according to your system requirement. Nahin. Just download it. Okay. Everybody who has downloaded it, try to install it. Okay. Follow the steps and try to install it. Okay. Everybody has downloaded it. No worries. I can manage also. No. I can manage also. Don't tell me how to manage it. Just I have to switch between them. No? Mm-hmm. Correct. Okay. I'll manage. No worries. Okay. Okay. Everybody has tried to install it. Correct. Raise your hand if you are facing any difficulty. Okay. Now go to your command line. Type CMD on the start menu. Okay. CMD. It will open your command line. Type CF space version. Sorry. Sorry. Let me check. CF space hyphen version. Yeah, tell me, sir. Are you getting it? Nobody is getting? Okay. CF hyphen version space hyphen version. So bottom in the bottom you can see the source code. Some of them which are trying to download the source code, they can see the source code. Hmm? Not working. Okay. So go to your computers. Right click on computer. Select properties. Advanced system settings. Environment variable. Check your Java home path is correct or not. Java install है. Just a second, let me check. Okay. Anybody who are able to get it? No. Okay. Try this double hyphen. Getting? Or either you try CF hyphen L help. CF space hyphen help. Okay. Okay. So Okay, everybody is getting right. CF hyphen hyphen CF space hyphen hyphen help, or CF space help is not working. CF space hyphen help is working. Double hyphen will work. Okay. Okay. Okay, just try this command. If anybody is not having tried CF hyphen hyphen version, they are getting their correct version or not. CF space hyphen hyphen help, are they getting any help or not? Once you get this, it means that your installation is correct. Okay. No. It should not mean. Mine version is different. I have installed previously also, so I'm not installing again and again. Okay. Everybody is getting. So their installation is correct. Means everybody, those who are getting CF version name and CF help commands, their installation is working fine. Okay. Now, when you see here, in the CF hyphen help, or if you are asking for CF command line help, you are saying that there are some several commands are there. Okay, you can use them. First one is like getting started. When you see a version name, you can see a version name first. Okay, correct. In version, what version is telling? 6.1.5.1, correct. 0. Okay. Now getting started, you can see that how you can get started into command foundry. You can use login, logout, password, or target. Okay, so target is set or view target, organization, or spaces. Correct. Correct, everybody. We are going to use these commands once you have installed it. Now on the next session, we are going to use this command to push our application to cloud. Okay, so just take a look about the commands that we can use it. One is login. You can use L also, small L. To log out, you can use logout or LO. You can use PW to password or password also. Okay, so every time when you are facing any difficulty using Cloud Foundry, you can use cloud CF hyphen hyphen CF space hyphen help, or CF space hyphen hyphen help. Okay, so there are some for applications how you can get the apps. So we are getting, when we try to see CF apps, we will see a number of apps which are written over there. Okay, when we try to push it, we can use the CF push command. Okay, so let's go through some of the commands which we can use it. Okay, so everybody is able to see those commands or able to understand those commands, correct? So take a look about those commands. Okay, take a look about these commands, and today we are going to use some of the commands to create our cloud application, or we will try to push our application or push our changes to cloud. Okay, now everybody should type CF login. API endpoint. What is your API endpoint? Type https slash hyphen hyphen. Broccoli. Already it's having a larger font. Okay, I'm going to write it down here. Okay. इसमें इसमें ये ऑलरेडी हमारा लास्ट फॉन्ट, ऑलरेडी इसकी रेजोल्यूशन ज्यादा। मैं एक वर्ड खोल लेता हूँ जिसमें मैं टाइप कर लेता हूँ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। ठीक है। ओके। api.ng.bluemix.net। Okay, now it will ask for your username. So yesterday you have given username and password. Put that username and password for your Bluemix account. Whatever the Bluemix account you have used, put your username and password. Let's say I am using my username and password is like, just email डालनी है आपको। Once it will try to authenticate, once you will authenticate, you can see your API endpoint, user, organization, or a space. Everybody can see that? Yes, sir. Correct? Okay. Anybody having any issues? No space targeted. Yesterday you might have not created your space. You can go and create your space. Okay. Everybody, any issue? Raise your hand. Okay. Now type CF apps. Okay. CF apps. Those who are not able to get their space, they can go and try to create a space. They can see the space also. Go to your Bluemix account. Go to your Bluemix account and create your space. It's HTTPS, not HTTP. Okay. Everybody is able to see their applications. CF hyphen space apps. Okay, I'm writing it down here. Just see it. CF apps. Okay, type this command and you can see your applications, whatever you have created your applications in Bluemix account. What? Response is failed. Try once. CF app, have you able to authenticate small CF? Use small CF. You can use apps also, app to connect your app. Okay, CF apps will give you the number of apps which we have created in Bluemix account. Failed, not able to get it. So have you tried? Have you seen your authentication? Have you authenticated correctly? You able to see your space? How many of you are able to not able to see your space? No, no. ऐप का नेम वो पर्टिकुलर ऐप को पॉइंट करेगा. Apps will give you a list of apps. Okay. आप ऊपर कमांड लाइन में जाइए, देखिए कमांड्स दिए हुए हैं. ठीक है. List of all apps in your target space. Yes. So tomorrow, if you have not created a space, go and try to create a space. Then you try to create a. Yesterday we have followed the steps. Some of them have. So you have missed the steps. Sorry. Correct. So you have not created inside a space. So go. Those who are not getting any space, go and try create a space. Space name. Okay. Yesterday some of them are might having some issue with the dev account or some account. So go and create a space, then try to create the same steps. Okay, normal application. It will take 2 minutes. Okay, and then type. Sorry. So you can see your space. Okay, let me see. If anybody after logging their meeting no more the space, try to create a space and create your application inside that space, not outside of that space. Go to your Bluemix account, create a space is a button. We have Everybody should try to check their Bluemix account to which endpoint they have been attached. Okay, some might be attached with API.ng. Okay, there is a issue with the endpoint. Okay, if you are connecting to a particular endpoint, correct endpoint, you will see your result. Sorry?